Mercedes-Benz GLC with EQ technology is its most significant EV yet, bringing Mercedes' newest technology to its most important segment. The GLC will offer over 400 miles of range and comes with an absolute boatload of AI features. Mercedes needs the GLC, as the company struggles with declining China sales and weak demand for its existing EVs. The brand bet big on EVs initially, only to find a lukewarm reception for its egg-shaped EQ cars. Having learned that lesson, Mercedes' next generation of EVs is supposed to offer better software, a more conventional design language, and far more efficient drivetrains. We've seen that all on the compact CLA sedan, but there's a more important test case coming soon. The first big change with the new generation of Mercedes EVs is that they no longer use the EQ Plus letter naming convention. Instead of a second-generation EQC, this is the GLC with EQ technology, an admittedly inelegant name that nevertheless captures what the mission is. Deliver an electric take on Mercedes' bestseller, the GLC compact luxury crossover. That means it'll go right against the new BMW 9/3. It'll arrive at battle with much of the same kit that BMW is bringing into its next-gen crossover. An 800-volt class architecture, a new software suite, a promise of constant over-the-air improvements, a more efficient powertrain, and an AI-enabled cockpit. We'll get into that later. Like BMW, Mercedes is promising over 400 miles of range, though specific figures for the US market are not yet available. We do know that the GLC will offer two powertrains to start. The base model is the rear-wheel drive GLC 300 Plus W/EQ technology, offering 369 horsepower and 371 pound-feet of torque. All-wheel drive GLC 400 4MATICs get 483 horsepower and 596 lb-ft of torque, good for a 0 to 60 time of 4.4 seconds. If that's not quick enough, you can safely assume an AMG version is in the works. Mercedes says either version of the GLC should charge from 10 to 80% in under 24 minutes, peaking at a healthy 330 kilowatts. Inside, you get a truly gargantuan screen on top-end models. The optional Mercedes-Benz Hyperscreen is the brand's biggest display ever, at 39.1 inches. That's over 3 feet of diagonal screen real estate. But standard GLC buyers will have to settle for the Superscreen, which integrates 3 separate displays: a 10.25-inch digital gauge cluster, a 14-inch infotainment screen, and a 14-inch passenger-facing screen. Regardless of which screen you choose, you get Mercedes' newest version of its MB.OS infotainment software. Naturally, you also get its advanced driver assistance features, including traffic jam assist and automatic lane centering with auto lane changes. Massaging seats, air suspension, four-wheel steering, and matrix LED headlights are all available. Companies that used to scoff at Chinese automakers are now having to play catch-up, as software-defined architectures have been the norm in China for a while now. With pressure at home from imported Chinese vehicles, sales in China tanking, and the US market now protected by a tariff wall, it's a tough time to be a German automaker. Mercedes knows it has to retake the lead. It's been working hard to turn things around, starting with the CLA EV, which is supposed to be a new efficiency benchmark. But while the drivetrain advancements are important, the real challenge is building a software platform that can rival the smoothness and ease of use you get in a Tesla, Rivian, or Chinese EV. As BMW goes all in on zonal architectures, Mercedes is focusing less on how the software is built and more on what capabilities it can offer. So while BMW seems to be keeping its AI efforts more internal, Mercedes went shopping around. The new GLC's voice assistant will fetch information from both ChatGPT and Microsoft Bing AI, and uses Google Gemini-powered conversational navigation, which can handle complex queries like, "Find me an Italian restaurant that's open right now and offers outdoor seating." Mercedes calls this the multi-agent approach. By selecting the best source for each task, even within the same conversation, it unites the collective knowledge of the internet, the automaker said. On top of all of that, Mercedes says its own AI can provide information about the vehicle itself. For instance, Mercedes says you can ask your car whether you can plug it into your household outlet, and the AI agent will help teach you about charging practices. That seems useful to me even as a bit of an AI skeptic. But whether all of this marketing copy translates to a world-class experience in the real world remains unknown. Our man Andre Nadelia got some time with the Mercedes CLA recently, and while he liked the software, he wasn't blown away by its AI features. We'll have to see if the GLC moves the ball forward. In Andre's CLA review, he said the success of the CLA will come down to how much it costs. Months later, we still don't know the answer to that, and the GLC is no different. Given that the Mercedes will be built in Europe, though it'll be subject to an import tariff in the US. Without pricing for either model, it's hard to know how they will stack up to the BMW 9/3 or even existing competitors like the Audi Q6 e-tron. But Mercedes needs this car to be a hit. The company's first EQC was supposed to make it to the US, but never did for a wide range of reasons. Its next-gen EQ cars did, but largely flopped. Now, it's putting its newest technology into one of the most hotly contested EV segments at a pivotal moment for the company. In this industry, you can't whiff 3 times in a row. The good news for Mercedes is that, on paper, the GLC looks like the right thing at the right time. It offers great range and specs in a growing segment, backed by a brand people like and with styling that's most conventional. The company just needs to deliver on the software and on price. We'll find out if Mercedes can pull it off next year, with deliveries of the GLC 400 4MATIC commencing in late 2026 and GLC 300 Plus sales kicking off in early 2027.